Hey everybody, I'm Rockin' Robby Billups. We are Pop Culture Philosophers, and tonight we had a PCP movie night, Horrorfest edition 2017. We watched 1982's Creepshow. That's right, everybody. Rockin' Robby Billups. This is
John Hammertime Holshoe.
And this is Brooks the Magnificent. We watched Creepshow, George A. Romero, a visionary horror filmmaker that we lost this year. Movie was directed by him. It was also written by Stephen King. So two giant masters of horror all in one film. And it's a big tribute to Tales from the Crypt, Haunt of Horror and all that stuff. Haunt of Fear, Vault of Horror, all that good stuff. So I want to know what the Pop Culture Philosophers think about the movie on the rewatch. What about you, John?
I enjoyed it. I don't think I've seen it consistently all the way through, and there's certain things I remember standing out, certain things I forgot about. It looks good in HD. It definitely has its own style, and I guess they're really trying to get that comic book, nest to it. I like it, man. I wish they made more anthology films.
Absolutely. The anthology is something that we were discussing that maybe a lot of people aren't really into anymore. I love the anthology aspect of it. I love the big tribute to the EC horror comics. I love that at times it breaks itself out into like panels and things like that. The hokey colors, the hokey script. This movie is very, very hokey. And if you ever watch it and you're like, this movie wasn't very serious, I mean, that's not what it's trying to do. It's trying to just be a big tribute to these horror comics from the 50s, 60s, and even the 70s. What about you, Brooks? What'd you think about it on the rewatch? You have never seen this movie, right?
Yeah, I've never seen this.
So what'd you think about it?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was, it reminded me of, those old horror shows like Tales from the Crypt and, Friday the 13th and the like, kind of the Twilight Zone in a way. But obviously it was more influenced by the comics than by television. But I think the shows were also influenced by the comics as well. So.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I love the colors in this movie. I love how when things start going awry, like harsh red lights, blue lights, all this crazy stuff, makes it look like a comic book. The overacting.
Yeah, the actors really act like they're characters from a horror comic.
You got Leslie Nielsen, not Liam Neeson. You got Sam, Ted Danson Malone.
Yeah.
You've got Ed, The Rock Harris, right? He was in The Rock, right? Great cast. Seriously, such a good movie. I love this movie. Stephen King is even in the movie. And
his best performance.
His best performance to date. So I want to know real quick, though, because this movie is an anthology, so it's like 5 different stories, really 6 if you count the bookends. So, John, what story out of Creepshow was your favorite, and why?
Oh, man. I don't know. It's hard to pick a favorite. I really like the thing with the box.
The crate?
The crate.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool concept. The one that probably sticks to me the most is the roach one. Just grosses me out. Still
it does.
So that one probably, yeah.
You're not going to sleep too well tonight.
For some reason, though, as a kid, I don't know why I remember the Ted Danson one. Maybe because
it's dreamy Ted Danson.
Maybe because I associated Leslie Nielsen with not being a serious actor, being in serious. I knew him from the Naked Gun films.
Gun, yeah.
And to see him in a serious role, maybe that's what threw me off and why it stuck with me.
All right, Brooks. What about you? What was your favorite segment in this movie?
I did like the meteorite that turns everything into plants.
Meteor shit.
Yeah. And of course that's the one with Stephen King in it. But I thought that was probably the scariest one. Like if you're a backwoods hick like me, like, the thing you're afraid of is like a meteor just crashes and turns you into a plant.
Yeah, I can get $200 for this. Yeah. That's awesome.
He takes it to like the Meteor Institute or something.
Yeah, the house of
all of his little flashbacks.
Yeah, I love that one too. That's a really good one. I like the crate one. I think that's cool. The roach one's super creepy, but yeah, I'm very partial to the Ted Danson, Leslie Nielsen one, just because it's kind of a cool, twisted story. It's obvious what's going to happen, but I really think it's well done. I like the dialogue. I like that Ted Danson just follows this dude out to the beach. I mean, I know he's like...
He kind of set himself up for that. Because, like, if he just been like, no, dude, then, like,
He is also worried about...
The girl would have still died, but at least the dude would have gone to jail for murdering her.
Yeah, but I really like that. The acting is, I mean, it's just, this whole movie is preposterous, but that's exactly what it's supposed to be. I love it. I think hats off to George A. Romero and Stephen King. They did like more Creepshow movies, but I'm not super familiar with them. The first one, though, is amazing. And I also got to spotlight real quick the soundtrack, because the music in this movie is top notch. I love this movie. Such big talent in this movie. Absolutely love it so much. So it's got my seal, Horrorfest seal of approval. What about you, John?
Oh, yeah.
And Brooks, yeah?
I don't know. I didn't like it that much now I think about it.
Oh, meteor shit.
I'm joking.
Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Let us know in the comments down below. What did you think about Creepshow? We're moving from Romero to Tobe Hooper. On the next PCP movie night, we'll be talking about Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Not Poultrygeist, Poltergeist.
From the same year as Creepshow, 82?
Yeah, 1982. An awesome year for film. Absolutely. We should do a whole podcast about 1982.
Dude,
speaking of podcasts, you can check them out at popculturephilosophers.com. Also, top 5 lists, comic book review, movie reviews, and more. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I've been Rockin' Robby Billups. This has been
John Hammertime Holshoe.
And this has been
Brooks the Magnificent.
And we always will be Pop Culture Philosophers. Thank you for joining the Deuces.
Joining the Deuces?
Is Deuces like shit?
Happy Halloween.